Hey, good evening. Thanks for joining me tonight. We're gonna work on some new sketch card blanks I've got to in a couple days back. Uh, Again, this is I think I talked about last week. This is from Artists United, and they're from a Facebook group. And if you can go out there, and they occasionally produce a sketch card blank themed different things for different seasons or different themes in general. Like here's one from last year's Rise of the Monsters. They have an 80s and a 90s theme when they did, and then a few others as well. But tonight, I want to work on this one and do some GPK themed like horror character, I think. And the title says Grim Jim, so that's sort of the Grim Reaper style. So I want to do maybe like a little bit of a black and white and red take on that one. So we'll get to that in just a minute. I'll put some links in the video later on where you can get these actually yourself when they come out with new sets. I think they're around like $1 a card, something like that. So you get like 10 for $10, that kind of thing. But they're really nice quality. They race well, so you'll see. I'll work with this some. It's the same stock I used last week to do the Slimer card. So here's the Slimer card I did last week that used the same stock, and it handled pretty well. So we'll do the same kind of stuff. All right. First, I wanted to show you a couple things I got this week and thank a few people for tuning in last week and making comments and things. So first, I want to thank another Tops artist for some artwork they sent me recently. A Labor Day sale they had on some things. Chad Sears. Chad Sears is a Tops artist who has worked in Wacky Packages for a number of years and many other sets, including Garbage Pail Kids, Star Wars at times, and other brands as well, not just Tops. But he's really more of a monster artist and really into that. So let me get some stuff up here. I'll show you. I'll actually throw myself up here too. So hey, good evening. So part of my office in progress here. So at any rate, a few things that he sent me I got from this package pretty cool. A lot of them are Wacky Package style kind of artwork that he does. But here's a Clockwork Orange Cookie Crisp kind of spoof. Pretty neat card, like that. Here's a magnet he got. This is sort of a variety pack he sent me. And this is a printed magnet of, I think it's called The Last Breakfast, a painting he did. So very, very, if you're into Wacky Packages or monster art, he's a really cool guy and a super nice guy to contact. Some stickers and stuff he sent along with it. Here's like a Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Cantina in this case, like a Star Wars spoof of monster style animation of some of the Star Wars characters, and like a little sticker from that. Here's a neat little I got my COVID-19 vaccine sticker. Okay, all right. Pretty bad side effect. And then he sent me some really neat things. I really was interested in this card he sent when I ordered it. It's this. I'll take it out of the penny sleeve here. It's a metal card, and it's a Captain Crunch spoof, obviously. And I was trying to remember this character. If you know who this is, put it in the chat or the comments. I can't remember his name. Just on the tip of my tongue, I can't think of it. But I've drawn a Wacky Package with him in it too. But he sent me 25, so that's cool. I really like this card though. It's nice. The metal, really good. And on the back, even cooler, he's got this. His Last Breakfast is on the back as well. So this is a really nice product. So it's really well done. So very nice of him to get this out to me. That wasn't all though. He also comes with the Clockwork Orange Crisp again. This is the a patch, like a patch form. That's pretty nice. Really high quality patch actually. My wife does embroidery work, or has done some, and this is nice. I showed it to her, and she was pretty impressed. And then this came in there too. I really like this because I'm a Pepsi collector. I like Pepsi bottles and cans and stuff of this era. So the 80s and 70s style can. That's pretty cool. So Septic Cola, Have a Septic Day. So that's pretty neat. But this was just like kind of the bonus stuff that was in there. He sent me a signed print of The Last Breakfast with this kit too, and he signed it, and it's numbered. So that's really nice. It's pretty cool. But yeah, check out Chad. Let me put something up there as well so you can see his site here. There we go. So there's Chad right there. He's toyghoul.com, Chad Sears. So check him out. He's also got a Facebook group as well. I think on the bottom there, it's Facebook Toy Ghoul. So check him out. Pretty cool guy. Has sketch cards all the time. I think he just wrapped up working on Mars Attack series, so he might have some sketch cards from that. And check him out. I'll put a link to in the video down to his stuff later. But wanted to thank him for that. Thank you, Chad. Pretty cool stuff. Met him a couple years back. Really nice guy. Introduced me to a lot of other artists, and I really appreciate that. So hope you're doing well out there. Anyway, a couple other people I want to thank. I want to thank Robert Ball, or Bobby B, top GPK sketch artist as well. He's always been very kind to comment on videos and be supportive. And if you haven't checked out his channel, it's just Robert Ball, I believe, is out there. I'll put a link as well into that. But he's got some really good sketch videos, and he does some really cool work with figurines. So he takes figurines like the Pop-O Funk ones here I'm showing you down below, and he modifies them sometimes, or he builds his own. He builds them from scratch as well. So, and they're just fantastic. I haven't even told him that, but his videos are just really cool. So yeah, check him out, Robert Ball. Cool guy, and this has been his debut year for GPK. I think he's worked on the Series 1 set this year, Food Fight, and I believe he's also worked on the upcoming set coming out in November. Also, I want to thank Adam Ford. Thanks a lot. He's an artist out there on Instagram. We follow each other and stuff. He's been very supportive as well, and I hope both of those guys take me up on the Inktober challenge. That's going to come out soon. I'm thinking about still releasing a custom list maybe this week with modifications to some of that list. If you're not familiar with Inktober, you can go to inktober.com, and there'll be a 31-day prompt list of different prompts to draw, just pen and ink. And I did it last year. It was a really good exercise. I struggle like anybody who draws to draw every day. I don't really have an opportunity to draw every day, but when you do, it really hones your skills. It's entertaining, it's fun, it's challenging as well. I try to use medium materials I don't use normally. I use a dip pen and Indie ink, and I don't normally use those, but it's a lot of fun to try to create stuff with that. And I draw GPK, but also draw other things too, just to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. But yeah, hopefully I'm going to do a themed one this year. I'm going to do both the regular one and for sure, and I'm going to also do, I think, a GPK themed as well. And I might modify a few of the prompts because some of them don't really match up 100% with GPK, and I want to make it like a little more fun. So I expect that to come out probably midweek. I'm going to post that midweek. But and a few upcoming projects I got going on. I'm working on 3 trading card projects in October, so I'm pretty busy as well. So can't really reveal what those are yet. Maybe I'll drop hints along the way as I work on them, but they're pretty cool. But it's a lot of cards. It's the second most amount of cards I've drawn in 1 month. It's pretty close to my record, but it's going to be up to several hundred. So gonna be busy. It's gonna be a busy month, but that's good. That's good too. And I have also some commissions are wrapping up as well for GPK, for Food Fight, and I have a comic book commission as well on one of the Garbage Pail Puketacular covers. I'm waiting on that as well. So anyway, I'm gonna get to just drawing out Grim Jim tonight, or Beth Death from original Series 3 on one of these cards here. So, and we'll, maybe if we have time, if feeling good about it, I'll start another card as well. Haven't felt well today, but I'm gonna try to push through it. So anyway, have any questions, just go ahead and comment in the chats, make the comments you want, and I'll take pauses and take some time to answer your questions along the way. We'll pat back on for a minute because I got my chats in the wrong window. But thanks for joining, Patrick. Good to see you, man. And Bobby, hey, how's it going? I'm glad you got a glass pen and some ink. Yeah, that's a good way to start. I've got a cheap pen and some Speedball ink that I use. It does a great job. I'm surprised too. I'm going to show you. I'm going to try this in a couple videos. Surprise! I just saw this today. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try using this. Yep, it is a pen and quill. Yeah, I'm going to try using this to draw a card soon. I got this years ago, and I think it's just a prop, but I think it'll hold ink enough to draw with, but I'm going to go real old school soon, so we'll try that another day. But anyway, on to the sketch cards. Anyway, it's pretty cool stock. It's got these little gravestones and stuff on here and stuff. So thought it'd be really good around Halloween to draw on these. Um, Started death. Keep going out more. work that sickle in there. I know I zoomed in kind of close on this one, but try to get that sickle in there. I'll build it up in the background. I'll say this dug into that card more than I thought it would right there. Weird. Huh. Be careful. Mechanical pencil was right there. Look at that. Well, we can kind of cover that up. Try to get these eyes looking more consistent with each other. And here, let's reshape the nose a little bit. Usually the nose is like a little lower down than that. Let's lower this down too. There we go. A little more. More where I want it. All right. All right. Get some ink going here in a minute. It's like a happy Grim Reaper, really. But, you know. Guess that would be the spoof of Garbage Pail Kids. Try to show a little bit of that. Let me see if I can get some ink on here. Let's see here. So it was interesting to see. I'm not what cards will turn out like when you start putting to them in color. You know, even in pencil, they may not be kind of where you want them. But a lot of times they come to life once you start putting the ink and make final decisions about color and doing some corrections here and there. So Patrick, you asked where you can get these cards. I think they're all sold this time, but I have some extras and I'll be happy to send some your way. But for Inktober, you can use anything. You can use any blank cards you have, or just paper. I mean, you don't even have to draw on cards, but I'll be happy to give you some heads up on some good stock out there. There's plenty of good places to buy sketch cards. But and I don't know if I'll plan to use these for Inktober. I just might, you know, do some different white, just blank stocks for that, I think. So these would be great for it though, wouldn't they? I mean, they're really the proper theme. So little bit off. And using a 0.3 ohm Copic multiliner. Again, a bigger one I usually use, but this is kind of a blockier drawing, so should be fine. I usually use a 0.25. I'll try to conceal that little spot there where the pencil damaged it. I'll make this character look over this way. Grim Gem has a unique looking eye. It has like a white center in the pupil, and then they have a sort of a gray around that. I'll put the gray or a brown around it. Do that in a minute. Some of these lines. Gonna add some more detail in these lines with color and things, so I don't want to do too much there. But a line or two right here. All right. Scrap that off there. We'll start to some colors, maybe some airbrushing well along the way. I'm going to let that top erase. I want that to kind of fade into the logo up there. So any other questions? I'll check. Yeah. Thanks. That looks okay. Never super happy with this one. Usually, it's just okay. Get some colors going. So let's see. We'll do some shadows first. Gray stuff on the face. Sometimes I use like more of a tan or a gray on the skeleton, but I'm going to use a a neutral gray tonight on this. Got to reload my markers. I'm almost out. But traditionally, you could use a more tan or brown looking color to get this skull effect. But since I'm also going to do some blue on it tonight. Start lighter with this neutral gray too, and I'll work my way up to some darker colors. Let's see. Move up to, let's see, a 3 and a 4 here. Let's see. Might be as dark as I want. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Digging that. Let's see. Something too I didn't finish up with the multiliner I should have done is character has kind of a sunken eye look, so I need to put a nice black border inside that socket. So yeah, it's popping more now. Pupil a little bigger. No, it's not a pupil, but whatever it is. All right. Let's see. If you have any suggestions of other characters you can put on some of these, let me know. Make some comments. Other GPK characters, for those of you know a few of them more out there. Horror series ones would be great. You know, there's tons of them out there, especially since the last two horror series we had. And I like the old school characters, but you know, plenty of great new ones too. Let's probably do that in a darker black up there. Just gonna just mark this area here for me. Now this is a little blocky here, but I'll probably just blend this out in this area here. And then I'm going to do a little bit on the edge of this. So we'll try this cool one here. Just want to just a little bit of shadow underneath this right here. Blend that and just add a little bit there. Then I'm going to use this one to blend under the eyes a little bit. Not so blocky. It just blends out pretty smoothly and looks nice, like a nice grayscale look there. Blend that out. And blend this some more. I might add some more darkness back to that in a minute, but I want to get that blended first. So kind of liking the way that look. If I go too much over it and I want it to be a little lighter, I'll just take a white pencil and kind of go in there and blend with it as well. But usually not to the end. But yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, that'll work. Work for now. So let's get some work on this. Do some work on this. Do some darker colors up here, but I want my lines to still show. I'm using a neutral gray 6 there. Just barely in person. You probably can't see on the camera, but in person you can see the lines I made in there just a little bit. And it's always going to dry a little bit lighter, so one coat should do it. I'll try to not get into the gravestones too much down here. I think I'm going to stop right there. I don't want to eat up into the print a little bit too much on the card. Okay. Oh, and I probably need to work on this a little bit. And I'll blend this in a minute to make it look a little better. Spread that ink out. That. A little too sloppy, so I'll go in there with a little bit of highlight with the pencil. Not much, not much. All right, so I want a little more shadow on this, so that to pop a little bit more. Kind of blend that out a little bit, so bring it back a little bit. We'll hit it so once or twice to make that a little smoother, but I want to leave a little bit more of the shadow this time. All right, I think that'll work for now. You know, I don't really like that. Clean that up a little bit. It's a little fuzzy around the eyes. That's a bit more bright. All right, stop messing with that. Let's get on to the hood stuff, or the hoodie part. So traditionally, that's kind of a blue set of colors. Let's see. That might be too blue. I don't know. We'll see. That might be all right. It's a little dark. Something lighter to start with. That might work. Yeah. Let's use this B12, which is ice blue. Copic. I'll just do a base coat with that, and then I'll move on. Go ahead and layer in some darker colors and then come back and blend those a little bit too. So if I can get these kind of where I want them, and I'll blend them around a little bit. Let's see, so this one we want sort of the darker edge to the top. Also a little bit of edge in here as well. All right. A lot of times with this character, I'm going to switch over to pencils in a minute too and do some work with some blue pencils and stuff. Let's try to start off with the markers and then move on to some more detail here. So it needs like a little more punch. I mean, that's not terrible compared to what it's supposed to look like, but it needs a little bit more. I could go a little darker first. Let me just try that. Switch over and get some pencils. Just a couple here. Something like that. It's not bad. Some highlights, but getting there. Use this to soften the edge a little bit in some of these. Let's see. Right here. That. And the very top, usually this one's a lot lighter up here, so I'll lighten all this up here. Yep. Lighten that up right there. Okay. It's looking alright. I'm going to darken this up with some pencil too in the background there. I think it needs it. I'm going to use a dark blue on it though. Alright. Let's see. Fix this nose a little bit. Let's see. Do the blade up top, I guess. Work on that a little bit. Use on that. C2. A little bit of a base coat, then I'm going to put some lines on it and might call it a day on that. Let's see. Might be a few too many. Blend that out. Don't like that one. Just take that out entirely. And then just a touch of blue in there. And blend it with the white. So screws there. Let's see what I got. Some silver paint or silver pen or something. Yeah. Put a little touch there on it. All right. Thanks, Chris. Glad you liked it. Glad you like the drawing. I'm gonna give those teeth a little shading too, though. Let's see. Multi-liners. Line around these edges too. Take away any white spots that are kind of hard to grab. Can make it pop a little bit more. Surprising, really. Around this nose here, I kind of want a little area up here. I might get the pencil to do that though. Let's just line that. Some of my lines kind of got muddled with the pencil work, so it's going to go around it with this one. I want this to fade away a little bit there. Yeah. And down here, I want a little more shade, but it might be as good as it's going to get. Try not to get into this stuff down here. So, all right. Let's see. I know these were going to be brown, but I might just leave them that way. I think I'll leave them like that. Oh. Spider. Trying to put 8 legs on him because he's a spider, right? Make him a little bigger. Let's line the sickle again. Needs to pop a little bit more. Careful doing this. I'm starting to actually put colored pencil into my nib tip on this multi-liner, but I'll clean it up in a minute. Get some wax on the end of it, it'll ruin it, or at least make it malfunction. So. Just get some nice clean lines, especially on a skeleton. You want a nice set of clean lines. I still like want that to blend more, but I may not. I might give up on it. I think I want to do too much with these lines through here, but I just can't help myself. Like those lines usually in the character right there. think that adds something to it too. All right. All right, that's about done. I want to do one more thing, I think. Probably could keep messing with it a little bit, but you know when to quit too. So I want to go ahead and do a little bit of a background on this. So let's grab some tape. I'll tape this card up so I can kind of airbrush the sides. I'm going to reuse some artist tape I used earlier. Hey Randy, thanks man, appreciate it. Randy, you do some good stuff too. I've seen some of your art recently. It's looking great. Looking great. Randy, I don't know if you picked up some of these cards. I know you'd worked on some of these other ones, but Sonny, did you pick up any of these, The Stroke of Midnights from Artists Unite? So let me get my air compressor fired up. Pretty quick. And let's see. What do I want to start with? This background is more like a dusk kind of looking background, so I don't know about that. Let's get a yellow. We'll start with the yellow and work our way up. How about that? Got 20 of them. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have a good time with this. I know you've worked with them in the past. I think I saw you work on one of the sets, and they look good. It's a good stock. So yeah, again, this is just the Copic airbrush system with an air adapter and a little air compressor below. Pretty nice setup. If you're not using paint, it's good for the markers. So I have a paint one's downstairs, but I don't use it for this. This may not be much of a difference. I don't think it will. So this goes from like a yellow to kind of an orangey color to a purple typically. So what I'm going to try to do, I might just stick with the orange. Some of these markers are dead or not producing the colors I want. Yeah, this one's pretty much gone. Done too many sets, they're wearing out. So let's see. This might be all right. There we go. I just want to fire on the side of the card like that, just on the very tip side. And I use the tip side. I don't use the chisel for this, so you get kind of that kind of pattern with the super brush, and with the chisel I'll show you get more of a, well, it's not doing it, but you normally get more of a wide angle spray. This one may not be, this one might be empty on that end too, but I find the super brush size much better for airbrushing. If you get a little bit of the character, that's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I'm gonna go real light through here. Just keep hitting the angle. You can build up a little color on the edge there. Yeah, that'll look good. And then again, purple at the very top. See if I can find something that's gonna look okay. Might go for a red first. You just go to red and then I'll go up to purple. Let's see. Find a red that'll look good. This is a coral R35, the darker red. Let's try that. Top a little bit. All right, now we'll go for the purple. Try that. Use like a brighter purple, sort of a brighter purple. Less, I should say, less muted. Like these are more muted. I'm gonna use a V05. Let's try this. Just always test spray it beside it. I think that'll look okay. I'm not sure it's gonna really show up very much. Try to fire the little hole right there. That's probably the most I can do with it. And it colored the blade. I kind of like the blade because I want it to sort of reflect the light a little bit. All right. Let's see how that looks. Well, not terrible. Not terrible. Let's see if I can adjust the nose a little bit there. Control these eyes a little bit. All right. Not terrible, not terrible. Let's see. Blend this down a little bit better. Just a gray pencil or something. Yeah. Something a little darker. Find, here we go. Oh, it's almost sharpen this thing. Let's see. Find the one pencil I have that's not sharpened. All right, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes I just go with the marker, but when I want to give like a little more detail, I switch off and use the pencil, and then it's where you lose a lot of time on a piece. So, but for nicer pieces, I try to do a little pencil work over the Copics or Prismacolor or whatever I'm working with. It adds a nice effect. I think I like that. Add a little bit of something here. Right. That's just about it here. Use that a little bit. I'm going to leave that the way it is, I think. A little bit of shine, but be alright. Alright, so there's a Grim Gym for tonight. Let's see, we got some people still going. Let's see. What time we got? About an hour? About an hour. I'll let you guys vote. Do you want to do a Creepy Carol? I was thinking about doing a Creepy Carol as an extra, but I'll let you guys decide. If not, we'll do it next time, or I'll do it offline. No problem at all. But sign this one. Put that on my Instagram tomorrow, I guess. It'll be for sale on there. If anyone wants it. If anyone wants it, that's okay too. Go in the pile. I think I might do the Creepy Carol just to keep going. They're pretty good. Leave that one up there. See, a little mess here. Right. So I'll be honest with you, we do Creepy Carol a lot in the GPK sets, and I feel like it's a filler card. It's the honest truth. I know a lot of people who do it, and it's a quick and easy card to do, and you'll see a lot of them out there, I think. Just I know of a few people who do them a lot, so. Right to the bottom of the card again. Hey, thanks, Randy. Good seeing you, man. Thanks for checking it out. Yeah, we'll get started on this Creepy Carol, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's do the head. Creepy Carol's an original series 1 character, if you don't know. Kind of a monster looking little girl creature. Fix the nose a little bit. I'm not going to get much of the hand in this one because where I put it, but it has a hand here. Here's a little big. That's all right. Let's see. The eyes are kind of weird on this one too. So the eyes are kind of like on the side and then normal up here. So there's a weird weird eye placement. And then there's a bolt, like a Frankenstein style bolt in the neck, but it's in the head this time. And they're kind of like a square bolt. Try to get reasonably online. Could take a little liberties with this one because she's a monster, so you know. I usually get these wrong and right. I drew the angle wrong or something, but that's all right. We'll fix that in a minute. And I like these. This one has scars in it. Put a scar here. I think that's the only scar. And there's like the hair. And as I said, put a little bow on top. It's the amusement part. I guess it's GPK, so they gotta put bows and stuff. We'll fix that up in a minute. All right. So this character, I like. The only thing I like about this character is a lot of detail on the skin. You can do a lot of little boils and things on them all over. Let's see, and the ear is kind of like that. That way. His hair's jutting out of him. This should be a thumb. Make sure it's going the right way. There we go. Sort of. Tooth. His eyes are weird. Might reduce this down a little bit in size. And nah, we'll keep it that way. It rocks to the top like this. All right. There we go. These stitches, I like to come back through and make them silver or make them just black, but these I'll probably put some silver paint on or silver pen. Make them kind of bulky. Let's see. Like the eyes for this one are kind of weird. At least the eyebrows. Come down and draw this hair a little differently when I make the final drawing. Come down a little deeper on that. Okay, that looks pretty good there. See if there's anything I'm missing over here. Definitely like a little squiggly crap over. Let's get this right. better. Just shorten it. Okay. What else? The nose a little bit more. All right. Chat. Hey, Adam. Let's see what happened here with the stream. 1 second. Oh, never mind. Hold on a second. There we go. Sorry about that. Come back. Let's see. Yeah, these blanks are pretty nice, Adam. Did you pick up any? Let's see. Find a multi-liner here. I got a mess inside. 5. Use a 3 again. Yeah, I'm going to go with this multi-liner. It's the 3.0 or 0.30. Geez, 3.0 would be huge. We appreciate everybody came out and watched tonight. I'm going to try to make it a Monday night thing, really. I mean, Mondays kind of suck, so why not have something kind of fun to do that night? Let's see. So the side here. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be all right. I want to fill these in with paint later, so I guess I could try. I could draw over them. I guess. Do it the hard way. All right. Let's see. Adam, do you have a YouTube channel? Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. Honestly, this is a character that I know we do sometimes to go fast. It's an easier one, I think. If you need a few more cards to complete a set, this is a good one to do. Plus, it colors well. It's got nice colors in it when it's done. Chris, do you draw? You like to draw? Go ahead and line this thing a little darker. I think I'm about done with the details, I think, on that. There's some other things I didn't draw in here. I'll fix that in a minute. That'll be fine. Right. Used to a lot of tattoos. Okay, not anymore. Yeah, tattoos, man. That's a whole other level to me. That's permanent moves there. Wow, that's hardcore to me. It's a different kind of canvas right there. Tattoos. Whew. All right, we'll fill this in with some silver and make that look good. But it's kind of clogged up. Get some color on this thing. This one should go pretty fast. All right. Let's see. Again, this is a purple one. So there. Too light. Let's try this at 4. I think I'll try to go back to the VO5, the Violet 05. I like that. It's too dark. If it's too dark, we'll blend it out. Dark in the center, and we'll move back to a lighter color on the edges. Characters usually lighter on the edges and darker in the center. And one like this, I'd probably go back and use some pencil on too to add some more detail. I still might. Depends. Don't worry too much about getting anything on the stitches because the stitches are going to be black or silver, so don't worry too much about that. So let's get a little bit more on the outside. I'm going to put a lighter color and blend it out, see how it looks. Let's see, just playing around. Let's see how it looks with a lighter color as I blend out to the edge. So that's 6. Just a second, let me find one that looks good. It's about the same color, really. This is way lighter. It's just a VO1. I don't have a VO2 or 3 or anything. They even make one. Just see how it looks blended this side. I may not like that. A lot of blending. I could just come back through with a pencil and fix that. But yeah, anyway. I love that, but it's kind of a cool gradient. Really need some colors in between this one and the other one, though. Let's pull some of that ink out. It's getting there. Let's see how we... This stock really colors well. It takes ink well. It doesn't seem to bleed through the back too bad, so that's good. It's got a core in it. There's like a little bit of a core to block it. Can't see it in the camera, but right in there, there's a nice core built into it that should block the bleed through on these cards. They're actually a lot nicer than most of the professional companies' cards, honestly. I'm not going to name any names. You know who I'm talking about. That's interesting. I'm going to have to come back and build that up some more saturation in some of these areas. I don't want to have to blend that so heavy like that. Yeah. It wasn't hard to go from paper to skin, huh? Well, I don't know. You're braver than me. Did you ever have anybody who was unhappy? Or I'm sure you had a lot of happy customers, but do you have anybody who's ever not happy with the results? I mean, some people you can't please, honestly, you know. So let's get these. Let me try to get these colored here. The hand and the shoulders. Blend that again. It's wrong color. Let's see. There it is. All right, that's about where I'm going to get it with markers. I'm going to move over to pencil in a minute, and we'll do some details and make that look a little better with the purples. All right, let's see. I could go to the gray stuff first. Let's do that. I'll do the gray in the hair and the bow first before I do the pencil. How about that? Let's do that. Too dark. And this might work. Yeah. Cool gray 3. Let's just start. Okay. Let's blend that a little bit. Get some shine. The illusion of shine. All right. And then the hair, I used used this last week too. This is this fluorescent touch marker green. I love it. Those are equivalent ones in Copic, Prismacolor, but this one's good. And I'll use two different colors. Two different colors of green. I might even use a pencil a little bit to get some texture in there. We'll see. Let's see here. Make it a little darker than that. Let's see. Let's see. Geo3. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's get these little white tips of hair colored. All right. Oh yeah, and the eyes are also a shade of purple. We'll do two shades. Do a light one, then we'll do a darker one. And weirdly enough, this one is has like black eyes with a weird iris to them, almost like yellow. So oh man, self-imposed problems with the tattoos, huh? Well, hmm. Get this paint marker to work. I'll put a little. Yeah, I can. Good. So you could use the brush on these paint markers. This is a Poke pen, but I like to use a brush and just drop a little bit of paint right there. Like, what's the point of having the Poke pen then? But for this application, it's a little bit too big. So what I'm gonna do. We'll redraw the eye when I'm done. But with this weird yellow look around their eye. I'll let that dry for a minute. We'll put the definition back in the eye and everything. Fix that up. But this one has like a weird yellow eye look to her. So, all right, bow on top of the head. Usually it's like a aqua blue looking color. Yeah, that'll do. I might. I'll grab this color and one darker, and we'll just fill that in. Make sure we get this tooth. All right, darker color for the bow. All right, yeah, that's good. These blue greens are pretty nice. Try to hit side there, the bottom. Put that. All right, digging that. I think that paint's dry enough I can mess with it. So let's see what I want to try. Could use the pencil and knock off some of that paint, but I'm gonna use this marker or this liner. This one. Just want to get in there and do this because that's kind of like the weird way their eye looks. And then do that. And one more thing with the let's see, my other, there it is. It's like a sort of a white rim around the edge of it. And I'll put a darker shade of purple in there in a minute. I want that to darken up a little bit. Okay, yeah, kind of a weird eye. There's more of yeah, there we go. looking more like it. And I'll tell you what we'll do for the eye. Yeah, definitely aftercare rules for a reason. Yeah, absolutely. I want something lighter than this one. This is a little too dark. There we go. That's what I wanted right there. That's good. Okay. All right. You know, I'm digging that. Let's go for these. That one. That. The anyway, back to the purple pencil here. Let's see. Not too many of them. Let's see what I've got here. A little dark. Let's see how that turns out. Might be okay. Just want to use it to do some shadowing and things. I mean, I think it'll be all right. I'll leave the light on both sides here. So, it's not looking bad. Still want to do something else with his hair on with some more detail in it. Some light up there. Yeah. Kind of digging that. Let's just try to edge up there a little bit more. It's really bright on this side. Try to. Okay. Let's see. Some some white marker and just kind of a white pencil and just really brighten the edge up. Should make it pop a little bit. Same on the top here. do a little bit on the edge. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Now the shoulders too. That way I want it. Fix that. It's a little bit too much white right there. Another trick with that. It does just come off. You want to erase it hard enough. Just remove a layer of that. It's not so bad. Same over here. Just remove a layer of that white pencil. There we go. I'd be happier just a bolder line. There we go. Line's pretty good over here. I want to fix this hair. Okay. Keep hitting this stupid paint. So seems to be very hairy looking. There we go. Getting pretty close to what I want. Okay, let's get a green pencil and fix the hair up a little bit. And then we're going to airbrush the background, I think. Call it a night. Chris, do you actively collect GPK? Still doing that? Too much of this. All right. It's kind of darker in the center than gets light on the edges. So add some of that. Looks pretty good. It's not bad in person. I don't know how it shows up on camera, but hopefully it looks all right. All right, so I'm gonna airbrush this. I'll come back and fix the tears. Well, I mean fix that. The water, the teardrops first, yeah. Come back and fix that. Let that dry for a minute. We'll go over it with a pen and then we'll airbrush it. Before I do that, while we're waiting on that to dry for a minute, I can do the stitches. Let's do that. Kind of fun. I can keep my fingers out of that stupid paint. All right. That's a nice little one. If you can see that, it has a nice little shine to it. You can kind of see it in the camera. Yeah, like that. All right. Let's see. Let's see what else we can do here. That's probably dry enough. So I can fix my little teardrop mistake. There we go. I can live with that. We'll cover it up with the rest of the ink. So this one has a move this one out of the way. This one has a background. It's orange. Purely just orange. So let's see, that's just about perfect. So what's some of your favorite characters, GPK wise? Oh, you know what it almost did? Let's again, I love having a crisp border on these. I think it looks better. So let's mask it off again. Like to control the way that looks. I think it pops a little bit better if you mask it. You can spray it. It looks okay if you don't mask it, but adds a little more quality to it when you do. With all kinds of stuff, yeah. Oh, I don't need one on the bottom, never mind. We could spray paint this. We could paint this too. This is kind of white, so we could kind of gradient that as well. I'll, I'll think about that. I'll think about that later. Anyway, yeah, I like the fan sets too. I'm working on a fan set. I've got 4 projects coming up, and one of them is a fan set out there. Still working on like fan sets too. I like doing fan sets. Are cool. Still collect a little bit. I don't collect as much as I used to, but I still collect. At the very least, I want a base set from every new set of GPK. But sometimes, like when there's Chrome, the Chrome series, I want some I like a little bit more than others. But yeah, there's a lot of cool fan sets too. Let's see. That'll probably look all right. I might go one darker if I can. Oh yeah, all the Chris characters. Chris S. Yeah, good one. Good to see that. I like a lot of characters. It's hard for me to choose one. I like the one for my name too, though. Um, some call me a nickname of Kip, so there's Hip Kip. They like, I mean, that's one. There's Rip Kip, but there's the Ricky ones are cool. Um, but I like Nasty Nick a lot. Um, but by far, I'd have to say I'd be hard for me to choose. I'm digging that. Looks really cool. Yeah, it'd be really hard to choose my favorite. All right, let's polish up a couple of things. I think I'll leave that alone. All right, let's get the teardrop thing going. I mentioned we're gonna fix these teardrops, right? We can do with some paint. But typically, you don't use a lot of paint. Um, I accent with paint a lot, but I don't think I usually have time to do GPK with paint. So, you know, some artists do, but that's on them, and more power to them, man. They're doing some great jobs out there. But I stick with a sketch card style, like, you know, pen, ink, and just a touch of paint. Just a touch. All right. For this to show up okay. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. fix the lining afterward, but yeah, I think that'll be good enough. I mean, it's paint I have. At least the paint I have out. Probably use a couple more layers on that. Let that dry for a minute, and then I'll line over it to clean it up a little bit. Anyway, I think that'll be good enough for that. So here's the airbrush result. Pretty happy with that, I think. Yeah. It's not bad. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely into making a set eventually. Independent fan set. Love to do it. I'll be busy this next month with a bunch of other sets, but I've always thought about doing one. I've participated in others, but yeah, definitely taking under advisement for sure. Let's see if that's dry. It's almost dry. I'll go too soon. Stick my finger there again. So I probably do one of these in every some variation of this character in every set I've done for tops, just as an easier one to do. Honestly, sometimes you just run out of characters to do, but I always also try to mix it up every time and do a new set of characters I've never done before, a good amount of them, and then all the classics that I consider classics. But I try to do no repeats in the sets when I do sketch cards, because I want to provide uniqueness, I guess. What's the fun in doing the same card 50 times, right? Just do a little bit more right here. Down here with the stroke of midnight thing, I thought we could do a gradient or something. Couldn't start. Go darker. Go 4. Let's see how this looks. Super dark. That might be too dark. That's a 9. Let's see if I got a 6 somewhere. There's a 4 again. There's a 5. I mean, that. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it might be alright. I don't think you can tell. Might be good enough. All right. I don't think it's too bad. It's not bad for tonight. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. Well, I appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. I think we're gonna call it a night with those two, and I'll put them up on Instagram tomorrow. Guess I could sell them if someone wants them cheap. I don't want to charge a lot for them, but I had fun making them. I hope you like them. And again, thanks for tuning in and checking out my drawings and for the support. You can see me back here next Monday. I'll be back here at 9:30 Eastern time, and we'll go for a while, do a few sketch cards. And midweek, I'll try to post an Inktober thing and try to put a custom list up, and that'll probably be posted. I'll post it up on YouTube here and on Instagram somewhere. So it'll be a modified Inktober list. And hopefully, if anybody wants to participate with me, we'll lay out the hashtagging to it, and there'll be a giveaway at the end. We'll just, however many cards you produce that month will be how many entries you have, and there'll be some random assortment of prizes I'll announce when we announce the whole thing. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.